You guys, we're about to get into the craziest Beyoncé conspiracy I have ever heard. It's so crazy to the point where I thought it was a joke until I realized it wasn't. There are layers to it as well, starting with this whole she knows thing. There's this whole thing where people are claiming Beyoncé knows about P Diddy and all he's done. They claim Jay-Z has done the same and she knows about him too. But that's not even the crazy part. People claim Beyoncé knows about the unaliving of many celebrities. They usually play that J. Cole song She Knows while showing a bunch of celebrities who have passed, and then they show Beyoncé. And people have even gone as far as saying She Knows is a play on Beyoncé's last name, Knowles, meaning J. Cole was trying to tell us something. At first, when I heard of this she knows stuff, I didn't take it seriously because, for example, even people like Tupac is involved. Beyoncé was a fresh 15-year-old when Tupac died, so that literally doesn't make any sense whatsoever to blame her for any of that. Then I started seeing a lot of memes and jokes made by the Beehive where they'd say Beyoncé knew of the most outrageous things. Example, Beyoncé knew 9/11 was going to happen and she caused it, or she was the iceberg that the Titanic hit, etc. The Beehive took back their power and even made the hashtag She Knows trend on Twitter for being a joke. And so it dawned on me, if the Beehive were the ones to make She Knows into a joke, then that means originally it wasn't a joke. That means people really do believe that Beyoncé was involved in the unaliving of many celebrities. I went to Jay-Z's Instagram page and saw a whole bunch of gifs of Michael Jackson, Left Eye, Aaliyah, etc. And I was so confused until I realized that it's all connected. People think Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and P Diddy had a hand in these passings, especially how in the song She Knows, J. Cole sang "Rest in peace to Aaliyah, Left Eye, and Michael Jackson." And why do you think the Carters played a part? Oh, nothing, just the strong TikTok evidence of Beyoncé being born September 4th, Jay-Z being born December 4th, and P Diddy was born on November 4th. And also how MJ died June 25th, Aaliyah died August 25th, and the Left Eye died on April 25th. So people think it's too much of a coincidence. So if you were born on the 4th, you're probably a murderer too. And if you knew anyone who died on the 25th, they didn't die accidentally, they were murdered. Do you hear how silly that sounds? Even Liam Payne died recently, and people are trying to tie that with P Diddy's mess. Beyoncé was 19 when Aaliyah died and 20 when Left Eye died. What threat were any of these women to Beyoncé? Left Eye was a part of a group, and Beyoncé decided to target just one of the three, and the rapper at that. Left Eye passed in a car crash in Honduras. What does that have to do with Beyoncé? Meanwhile, the other two women who were in the group TLC are still alive today. Aaliyah wasn't competition for Beyoncé either because she wasn't even outselling Destiny's Child. And Beyoncé didn't go solo until 2 years after Aaliyah passed. Do you know the amount of girls who were way more successful than Aaliyah back then? Why would Beyoncé think, Aaliyah is the one? Even Britney Spears was hotter than Beyoncé back in those days, and she's still alive and well. Maybe not well, but listen. She's still alive. Christina Aguilera, Brandy, Alicia Keys were all doing great. So why Aaliyah?
And thank you, Beyoncé. You're amazing. Yeah.
The conspiracy got even worse when people started saying the only reason other celebrities talk about or show love to Beyoncé is because they're afraid of getting unalived. As in, if someone wins over Beyoncé, she'll have Diddy or Jay-Z unalive them.
For music video of all time, Friend.
Ooh, Beyoncé Kitty Cat.
The Lemonade visual album. Just because of what it did for the world.
He like saying he should have put a ring on it. I mean, that's iconic.
Beyoncé Sweet Dreams.
Do you know the amount of people Beyoncé has lost to over the years? And they're still alive and well right now? People are pointing out Adele's 2017 Grammy speech when her album 25 won over Beyoncé's Lemonade album. Take a listen.
I can't possibly accept this award, and I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful and gracious, but my artist of my life is Beyoncé, and this album for me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental, Beyoncé. It was so monumental and so well thought out and so beautiful and soul-bearing, and all us artists here, we fucking adore you. You are are light.
For years, many people said Lemonade deserved it, but all of a sudden, there are videos saying Adele only talked about Beyoncé during her speech because she was trying to save her own life. They even talk about how Adele broke her Grammy to give a piece to Beyoncé, but the breaking of the Grammy wasn't deliberate.
Was breaking your Grammy in half for Beyoncé easier or harder than you thought it would be?
It was actually really easy. I was just so uncomfortable and nervous up on the stage trying to give that speech right in front of her. I just sort of twisted off and fell off in my hand. It felt like fate.
And the last year, Lizzo won Record of the Year and talked about Beyoncé as well. Take a listen.
Beyoncé, whew. In the 5th grade, I skipped school to see you perform. My sister, she got me out of school. It was literature, I'm good. And where you at, Beyoncé? My eyes are wet. You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music. So thank you so much. You clearly are the artist of our lives. I love you.
So now people thought Lizzo was just saving her life. Even the infamous 2009 VMAs incident when Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift's speech to say Beyoncé had the best video of all time. There are literally people now saying that Kanye did that to save Taylor's life. Let me read a few Delulu comments so y'all can really see how far gone people are. Kanye saved her before she ended up like Aaliyah. Funny how when Beyoncé thinks she should have won, the winner always say they are undeserving and that it should be Beyoncé's. Now what Kanye did to Taylor kind of makes sense. I believe he saved Taylor's life that night, saying it should have been Beyoncé's award. When you know, you know. That literally makes no sense. Just saw somebody trying to argue that Beyoncé killed Lizzo, and when they replaced her, they just said she lost a lot of weight. How is that more believable to someone than Lizzo just losing weight? Finally, a sane person. Why Beyoncé's name pops up in everyone's speech, as if she is some Greek god? No, but why is everyone scared of outshining Beyoncé or messing with her? Someone replied, look at Lizzo, no one wants to die. Look, she will do anything for Grammy of the Year. She will kill until she is the last choice for it. Do you see how ridiculous this is? People wholeheartedly believe that Beyoncé is some killing machine. Like, have people ever stopped to think that the reason some artists mention Beyoncé is because they are fans? Lizzo, for example, spoke about being a fan of Beyoncé as a kid, and she even went to more than one Renaissance tour shows, not for any reason other than loving Beyoncé. Even Adele has spoken about being a Beyoncé fan since she was like 11, and remembers listening to No No No. This is her listening to a 2001 Destiny's Child song.
He asked me what I was thinking. He was what I wanted, exactly what I needed. He was what I felt.
It's giving real fan. A lot of these celebrities were Beyoncé fans before they even got famous themselves. Do people expect them to just get famous and start pretending like they don't like Beyoncé? Beyoncé has inspired many artists, and that's why she's talked about, and it's as simple as that. Now there's this running joke of people thanking Beyoncé for everything. And under Beyoncé's recent post, some comments were, "Thank you Beyoncé for another day on planet Earth. Today is my birthday and I want to thank Beyoncé. Thank you Beyoncé, I passed my math exam. Thank you Beyoncé, without you I can't drink water." Don't forget to thank Beyoncé every time she posts. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I don't know how much worse this whole thing is gonna get. I think it's a grand excuse for anyone who hates Beyoncé to finally have something to pick on her about. But it's all speculation and it doesn't make too much sense to me. But hey, that's just how I see it. What about you? Watch this next video to see why people want Jay-Z and Beyoncé to fall so badly.